My first work was to draw a series of the daily object on the 35mm slide mount. Then I started experimenting with different materials. After experimenting with materials and printing them in the darkroom, I started to think about how I could combine those experiments with negatives. My whole research paper is based on exploring Sigmund Pollock, Marco Burro, and Lucas Simro's work. Those artists choose to use the analog photography medium and aid the artificial effect. Such a creative way combined with digital effect will bring much more natural, less noticeable, and also unpredictable result for the final artwork. Sigmund Pollock, using the characteristics of negative and photographic paper and deliberately using the round shooting method or process method to finish his work. So his work will leave the trace of chemical soap at multiple exposure. Marco Burro is also called process photography because he doesn't use negatives or camera to complete his work. He used different tools to wrap, scratch, drudge, or incise the surface of the paper. Depends on the reaction of the emulsion layer on the chromogenic paper surface to complete his work, which leaves his creative process on his artwork. Lucas Simros is using the characteristic of the polarized photographic paper. He made direct contact with wet photographic paper using tools or his bare hand, which as a result left twisted line and color blending on the final outcomes. My final work is achieved by burning the negative, soaking the negative in alkaline solution, scratch the negative surface, and using glue, pigment, color gel, plastic paper, and other materials to paint on the negative surface, to cover my face area on the negatives. My whole work is about, in a big city that can't disappear, I choose to disappear in my artwork. The reason I choose to disappear in this big city because I can't disappear myself in the real city. Digital city make us to expose ourselves all the time, so I want to erase the trace which could prove my existence in this big city in my work. By researching their work and their artwork, I could learn the different processing methods when I'm making negatives. By analyzing their processing method, I could summarize the different results by using different methods. My whole work will use both the chemical and physical method to modify negatives. The similarity of my work's method compared with the three artists' process is all of the artificial effects have the contingency. The artificial effects are not able to be accepted results before their creation. Artists couldn't completely control the result, even they have tried lots of experiments. Instead, they only could look for certain control skills from experiment, because of those accidents could have some surprising result. The artificial effect compared with digital effect, it could bring unimaginable uncertainty and nature. Due to the physical or chemical reaction, it could have more changes between material and material, and it's difficult to use digital effect to make those results. Because of this reason, in such an era of digital photography, there is still have lots of artists choose the analog photography as their artwork's medium. The new technique and technologies will certainly provide the better technical support for the artist to replace the traditional medium. However, artists are open to choose outdated technology to find new possibilities. This artificial effect method brings unimaginable, unpredictable, unprecedented, and uncertainties. Those are the factors to make the final result look more natural. The natural appearance of those final results just makes them can't be easily replaced, and also makes the artificial effect special, and it's a reason to support me to insist my work.